Hi, I'm Cherylin, and today we're going to be replacing the motor coupling in a Kenmore washer. You may need to replace the motor coupling if your machine does not agitate or spin. This repair should take about a half hour to 45 minutes. For this repair, we're going to need several tools: Phillips head screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, a pair of channel locks or pliers, 1/4-inch nut driver, lastly, a hammer. If you don't already have a new motor coupling, they are available for purchase on our website. Before repairing your washer, make sure that you disconnect it from its power source and also turn off the hot and cold water. For this repair, we're going to start by flipping back the control panel. There's usually 2 screws, either on the front or the back. Some models also have end caps, so if yours does, like this one, all you need to do is pull those off so we can get to the screws. Now we can push the control panel forward slightly and lift up to roll back. Every washer comes with a set of wiring instructions. You can just set those to the side. Next, we can disconnect the lid switch. Take your flathead screwdriver, lift up on this tab, and pull it free. There are 2 clips that hold the back of the washer to the cabinet. In order to remove those, we can take our flathead screwdriver, push down into the end of the clip, and then push back towards the back of the washer. Next, we're going to need to disconnect the hoses on the back of the washer. We're going to need our channel lock pliers. You may also want to lay down a towel on the ground in case any water leaks out. Now we can remove the drain hose. We'll take our channel locks again and squeeze off the clamp at the bottom of the hose. To remove the cabinet, support it with your body and tilt it back to a 45-degree angle. Lift it off and set it to the side. Remove the pump clips with the flathead screwdriver. They'll pop right off. Next, we're going to lay down the tub. Now, this isn't a crucial step, but it does make things easier when we're taking it apart and putting it back together, just because everything kind of goes with the force of gravity. But you do want to be very careful when you do this because it is heavy. If you have someone else who can help you, I would recommend getting someone to help you with this. Now that we have this laying down, we can disconnect the motor. Put the pump out of the way. Take our flathead screwdriver and hook the electrical by lifting up on the tab. Some have a white wire also connected, just disconnect that as well. The motor is held in place by 2 brackets that are held in with 1/4-inch screws. We'll take our 1/4-inch nut driver and loosen those. Get a hold of the motor, then use your flathead to pry off those clips. To remove those clips, just turn them sideways, and they'll pull right out of the frame. Now we can lift the motor up and off the transmission. So here we have the motor coupling. There are actually 2 of the white 3-prong pieces, one on the motor and one on the transmission, and then the rubber disc that goes in between. Usually if these go bad, you'll have little pieces of rubber on the ground from this disintegrating, or one of the legs on the plastic piece is broken off. Remove the coupler from the motor with a hammer. Just pry it off. You can use a flathead screwdriver to go under the mounting plate to pry out the coupler from the transmission. When putting on the new coupler, Notice that there's flat edges on the inside. Those need to line up with the flat edges of the shaft of the motor. So line those up. It's important that the coupler is actually flush with the end of the shaft. So we'll take our hammer and a screwdriver and we'll just tap that into place. Coupler are lined up and push it onto place. Place the rubber disc onto one of the couplings. I like to do it right into the transmission so we're not fighting gravity with it. Then line it up so there's an empty hole at 12 o'clock. Next we're going to reinstall the motor. Make sure that the paper is on the bottom and that you have your coupling turned with one leg to 12 o'clock so it'll line up with the rubber disc. Next we can rescrew in the 1/4" screws on the motor clips. Reattach the white wire and the wiring harness. Now we can reinstall the water pump. Make sure that the flats on the water pump line up with the shaft on the motor. Replace the pump clips. They go in at an angle and turn into place. Now we can pick the washer back up. Have a friend help you if you need it. And now we're ready to reassemble the machine. Bring it in at a 45-degree angle. Slide the bottom of the cabinet under the front of the frame. Make sure the fill spout is all the way under the cabinet. The cabinet should line up with the hooks on the frame. Then just push the back panel into place. If everything is lined up properly, you can replace the metal clips by sliding them into the back panel and pushing them into the cabinet holes with the flathead screwdriver. Then reattach the lid switch. Roll the control panel forward. Pull it back to lock it into place. And now we can screw in the screws. Finally, replace the end caps if you have them. Now we can reinstall the hoses. The blue goes to cold. Screw it on as tight as you can with your hands. And then tighten it up with the channel locks. And then red goes to hot. Now we can reinstall the drain hose. We'll take our channel locks and squeeze the clamp open. And that's all there is to it. Here's a recap. All of our OEM parts and tools are available for purchase on our website. Check them out along with our social media sites here.